Hi friends. So the next book we're going to read in the informational reports, this book is called Amazing Animal Journeys. Now we're not going to read about all the animals that take amazing journeys. Today we're just going to read about zebras. So I'm going to open the book to the table of contents, and remember, this is the area that we can look up certain parts of the book we want to read about, and it tells us what page we want to turn to. So I'm going to start on the move, page 6, and then we're going to move to zebras, which is on, page 4, and then we're going to move to page 6. So on the move. When animals travel from one region or climate to another, it's called migration. Animals migrate in search of food or a mate. Migration helps animals survive on Earth. Many animals migrate. This book is about zebras, red crabs, and walruses, and their great migrations are incredible journeys. So remember, migration means that they move from one region to another to either look for food or a possible mate. So remember, in our table of contents, it says zebras are on page 6, so that's the page I'm on now. So zebras. Zebras' lifespan are about 25 years, so they can be about 25 years old. They are about 60 inches tall at the shoulder, and their weight can be anywhere from 440 pounds to 990 pounds. That's about as many as 3 to 6 men standing together. Isn't that crazy? That's a big animal. Their coat is shiny to help eliminate some of the heat because they're found in many hot desert areas like savannas. Their tail is tufted at the tip, and it's unlike a horse's tail. Their legs can run 35 to 40 miles an hour. Their hooves protect their feet over the rough terrain. They have a very powerful kick, and that can help kick off the predators. So the mane. Their hair sticks up and is striped, unlike a horse's mane. So if you actually take a close look here, you can see the mane of the zebra is also striped, just like their body. Their mouth eats mostly grasses and roots. Their teeth deliver a painful bite, which they use for protection. And as an act of camouflage, that's what the stripes are there for, to help them blend in with the background. So every zebra has a different stripe pattern, like a human fingerprint. A newborn zebra learns its mother's patterns right away so it can identify her. Okay. In Botswana, Africa, up to 30,000 zebras migrate every year. Thousands of zebras travel in herds. Scientists believe their journey in Africa is about a 360-mile round trip. So they go out about 180 miles looking for food, and then their return trip is the same length. So altogether, it's about 360 miles. And that's like walking across the state of Wyoming. So that's how far they walk. So during the dry season, zebras stay near the river. It's their only water source available. So all the other water holes dry up. And around the river basin, zebras eat grasses and roots. After several months, most of the nutritious food is gone. So when the rainy season begins, the zebras move east to a different salt plain in a salt pans. So it helps them eat. They have other areas that they can drink water from so they can migrate and move. New grasses and new water holes spring up with the rains there. The zebras stay 5 to 8 months until the water holes dry up. Then they return back to the place that they were to begin with. In recent years, cattle owned by local people were drinking the water and eating the grasses along the Boteti River. But there was a problem. There wasn't enough food and water for all the cattle and wild animals. Zebras were getting pushed out. They had to find water holes further away from that river. Zebras in other parts of Africa usually travel less than 10 miles from their water source to find food. But in the area we were just talking about, zebras had to travel as many as 21 miles. Sometimes zebras even went a whole week without water, and many zebras got sick and died. So people decided to do something. In 2004, a large fence was placed near the pan of the area we were just talking about in the Nixie National Park. Now the 150-mile fence separates the cattle and zebras so they each have their own territory. And there were man-made holes with pumps that were added around the Botetti River basin as well. Scientists are studying the zebras and their babies, hoping that their numbers will grow. They want the zebras to be healthy for many years to come. So we learned a lot of facts about zebras, and in our next video we're going to write about it and share some of the facts that we learned.